And welcome back to another Macro Monday, where I get you ready for the week ahead in 5 minutes or less. As always, this is just a small snippet of our full Macro Monday newsletter. So if you're looking for more in-depth coverage on the week ahead, I highly encourage you to check out the link I'm going to put in the description of this video, where you can read the whole entire thing. If you enjoy these videos, I think you'll really enjoy the longer form content that we offer as well. Okay, as always, we are going to start with our chart of the week. And the big story of last week occurred on Friday with Jerome Powell's speech at Jackson Hole. I'll sum it up with just one of his quotes since I only have 5 minutes. With policy in restrictive territory, the baseline outlook and the shifting balance of risks may warrant adjusting our policy stance. Markets heard the dovish tone of Powell's speech and equity indices rallied on Friday, with the Russell 2000 surging nearly 4% on the day. Bond yields fell across the curve, and the probability of a September rate cut jumped from about 65% all the way up to 85% at time of recording. Investors appeared focused on Powell's concern over labor market softening, while discounting the comments and his warnings he did make about tariff-driven inflation. So now that brings us to our chart. And this is a bit of a be careful what you wish for situation, because easier policy only comes with weaker labor markets. I believe that's one thing that a lot of people who are calling for rate cuts are not seeing right now, that if the Fed does decide to pivot, that generally means in the pipeline, they see a weakening labor market ahead. So calls for Fed easing usually come when the labor market is weakening. So looking ahead, you will see the calendar on the next slide, but Tuesday's conference board update on the jobs hard to get and jobs plentiful series will be worth watching, particularly to see if it continues to track with policy proxies like the yield curve. So if you see on this chart, when the yield curve is steepening, which generally means that expectations for the lower end of the curve to fall down, that's when it moves higher on this chart. That is also when jobs hard to get moves ahead of jobs are plentiful. So again, if we start to see rate cuts and we start to see an easing of policy, you would generally think that labor markets would start to soften. Okay, and that brings us to our calendar for the week. So outside of what we all already mentioned, this week is also busy when it comes to regional PMIs. Every day there's data, there is a regional PMI. So the Dallas Fed index is today, the Richmond Fed is on Tuesday, the Kansas City Manufacturing Fed is on Thursday, and then finally the Chicago PMI is on Friday. One clear takeaway from the Empire and Philly Fed PMIs for August is that inflation trends are firming. We'll get plenty of information this week to see how true that trend really is. Rounding things out, also regarding inflation, is Friday's PCE release, especially the core PCE measure that the Fed watches closely. That could prove to, once again, be a market-moving event on a Friday. Core PCE is expected at 2.9%. That is up 10 basis points from last month. And remember, July CPI and PPI both surprised to the upside above 3%, and our leading indicators suggest that we are in the early phase of a new inflation upcycle, although it will be far less extreme, we predict, than the post-pandemic surge. So we'll be watching closely this week for any signs of inflationary surprises, as those would offer a pretty fascinating juxtaposition to Powell's comments on Friday. It's going to be quite interesting how the Fed balances their dovish pivot that we saw at Jackson Hole with any upside surprises to inflation as tariffs continue to work their way through the economy. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Thanks for joining. Happy Monday. If you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you right back here next Monday for another Macro Monday. Have a great week, everyone.